Perfect. Perfect.
All right. Okay, well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the second session on Friday. I hope everybody enjoyed the keynote speaker this morning. She was awesome, Michelle. And I hope you enjoyed your first session. This session is Eleyo Updates. And we have Tina Bennett, who's been with Eleyo for like 16 years, right?
No,
Yep.
I'm not quite that long.
Not quite that long? Oh, okay. All right.
I've been
All
at
right.
K-12 for that long, but not quite with Eleyo for that long. So.
And she has a couple of colleagues that are helping her out with this update, Robbie and Tom. And
yeah,
so
and I think, yeah, only Robbie is here today.
Excuse me?
Robbie is the one here today.
Robbie's here today. Okay,
Yeah.
well, welcome, Robbie. And
Thank you.
I'll really turn it over to you, Tina, and let you introduce both you and Robbie.
Yeah, and I guess I'm the same way. And I think this session, obviously it's very limited on who's going to be attending, but I wanted to see who's with us today. I see Janice and I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce your name right. So I wanted to see where you guys are from and I guess give me a little more information.
So unmute and introduce yourselves. That'd be great. I think we have 6 right now on the.
Hi, I'm Jan Stores from Coldwater Branch Adult GED program. And I'm just here because I don't really have any idea what LEO is and wanted to learn.
Perfect.
Hello, I'm Lubna Zar. I'm from Dearborn Adult Community. And I am here, same thing, because I am not familiar with I want to take back some new information to my colleagues. So.
And you're with Dearborn, so just so you know, Dearborn actually already uses us. You guys, so I'll give you the whole, instead of going through an entire presentation, that was one reason I asked the question first, because I don't want you guys to feel if there's another session you'd rather go to. We actually were in Michigan last week and had a user group in Michigan of almost all of our customers came. We're in 17 districts in Michigan right now that use before and after and community ed. And we actually only started going into Michigan a little over a year and a half ago. So it's we've grown drastically in that time. But what we do is we're actually a software company that provides before and after care platforms and enrichment platforms. So anything your community ed program uses to help them build their programs for a website for parents to register, or you need it for invoicing or any of that, we handle all of that. So we handle from the parent registration all the way through the administrative side where you can know how much people owe, who's in what class, all of those kind of things. That's what we do. So we're a software platform that's completely web-based, allowing you to kind of manage all of that. Are there
let me tell you, Janice or Tina, that I hosted a session just before this one with on community ed with Celine and West Bloomfield, and they had nothing but great things to say about the new software for them and how user friendly it is, and their community has truly embraced it. So
that's great to hear. Yes, West Bloomfield was at our user group also. So there, that's one reason I didn't want to waste a lot of people's time, because there's not a lot, if you're already using it, Labna, it's not a lot that you're going to get from me even speaking today, because you guys are you're already using it, and there's nothing I can sell you on it more than what you're doing. And everybody from Dearborn actually was in our session yesterday and kind of took back everything we'd be talking about today. So
oh, that's awesome to let me know. Okay, then I'll try to go attend another session.
Yes, I just wanted you to make sure you get the most out of your time. That was the only reason I wanted to let you guys know that.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too.
And Janice, so do you know what software, and being that you actually are a teacher in there, do you know what software you guys are using, or do people sign up for your classes online today?
You're talking the community ed classes versus the GED and ESL classes?
Yeah,
Um, I have nothing to do with the community ed.
okay,
They're,
Yep.
they're another branch of, branch intermediate, so we're
Mhm.
connected, but I don't really have anything to do with it. In terms of GED and ESL, we don't have a sign up registration program. And if that's, again, something I'm interested in.
yeah, and that, so with ours, it kind of works with the whole encompassing of community ed, kind of all of your platforms in one system. So it's a little bit different than just pieces and single classes signing up. So it would be something that we would actually look at for your entire district to be able to offer that service to them.
And they might be interested. I don't know.
Okay.
I know that
So,
this-
and then I see somebody else just joined. Diane, are you there?
Mhm. Diane, can you unmute?
I think it's there. I just don't know if she
Oh.
can hear us.
It doesn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing she could try if she can hear us is if she goes to where you can mute, there's an up arrow, and then you might be able to change your microphone. Mine always connects to one that doesn't work. And
Can you guys see my screen, Robbie? Is my share on for the actual presentation?
Yep.
So
See
I'll
it?
just go ahead and share a little bit with that. So Janice can at least have some more information. And Janice, I can always shoot you some other information that gives you a little more detail. But just to kind of tell you, I'll go ahead into who we are. So I actually do the business development, and so does Robbie in Michigan. And Robbie's our product expert, but with Eleyo, we do everything from the initial on-site, selling. We handle your training. We even do the payment processing side, registration side, all of it within one platform. So we're kind of start to finish anything a parent would need to register, like we said. Currently, we're actually more than 10 years, we're over 12 years now in the space of community ed. And we're again 170 something districts around the nation, 17 plus of those in Michigan. We process over $1 billion. So that tells you our span of what we're doing in this space. And we're supporting about 3 million families in registrations and everything through our platforms today. So it's very, very broad in what we're actually using it for. Like I said earlier, we started in Michigan in Traverse City in 2017. They use us for just their enrichment classes and all of those kind of things, not a before and after program, because I'm not even sure they have one. Actually, I do think they do, but they only use us for that enrichment side of things. So we really haven't expanded until a year and a half ago, and now we're in 17 districts in Michigan and many more coming on board. I think just from our visits there, I think we have 5 or 6 we're actually already working with now. So what we do, and this kind of gives you that basis, so you'll have something, but I'll send you a little catalog, Janice, so you'll have something to take back. But we do the child's care catalogs, enrichment, preschool, and facilities. We're an application that's completely web-based. So there's nothing to really download. There's nothing you have to do. Our application works for even the parent side on whatever device they're using. So if they're on a phone, it actually sizes to their phone. So they don't have to download an app. They don't have to do anything. It just works on whatever device they're using. Our software provides everything from the program catalog. So all the services your departments are offering, we provide you the ability to make those catalogs and bring all of that online. So not only do we allow you to put your catalogs online in a neat way where parents can navigate all of that, but it handles all of their registrations, the payment processing, even allows them to have a portal to see every payment they've ever made. If they're doing childcare, they can download tax statements automatically, and it's less work for the districts to be able to provide some of those services. Any questions on any of that?
Nope.
Nothing. We offer everything from support. So our phone support, we're actually US based in Minnesota. We provide phone support for not only the software itself, but we provide phone support for even the payment side of things. So it's really one place to call for any of your support needs that you have. We do email, we have a knowledge base, we have webinars. We also have, again, user groups. So again, last week, we actually did a whole user group in Michigan, and it was just our Michigan customers coming together to go through new updates, what we're doing, and any questions or things that they wanted help with, we could answer right there. So what we're doing, some of the things we're adding, and I don't know, Robbie, if you want to take any of this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so at Eleyo, we're constantly, our development team is growing a lot as well. And so we're able to work on a lot of different things at the same time. We're constantly working and continuing to try to improve based on district's needs. So recently, we've added Apple Pay within the last couple months here. So that helps with the mobile checkout. If a parent's adding a class to a cart or trying to pay an invoice from their mobile device, they can even pay from Apple Pay, as well as some of the other major credit card brands, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and Discover. We also just released a new childcare attendance app with better features than our old one. So again, continuously improving the different features that we have out there today. This expanded to iPhone and iPod touch capability as well, where you're able to filter by different locations, or, if you tag, you can utilize these tags where maybe you're keeping track of teachers, things like that. So you can do a lot of filtering and really just keep up to date with where your kids are at within the program, and even do some health updates, things like that through that. The iPad attendance app will also automate late pickup fees. So you set the criteria if you have a grace period, and then if families sign their kids out late, those will automate as well through that iPad attendance app. And then your site staff is getting all the information that they need about the children, allergies, any medical questions that you're asking at the time of registration, emergency contacts, authorized pickups, and even unauthorized pickups if there's any specified on that. And then there's also new features surrounding the COVID-19. Again, with that iPad app, there is contactless sign in and out. So if you want only your staff to have control of the iPad, so you're limiting the amount of people touching that device, you're able to do that, which is another perk of that new iPad app. And then we're constantly adding new reports within Eleyo. So again, depending, one Michigan specific that is coming last year is the LARA form. So that can actually be downloaded straight from the system. It's asked during registration. So they're filling in the information that's required for that LARA form. And then that's going to autofill. So you can just print it off from the Eleyo system, and then you're not having to send that out and take it back in.
Yep. Kind of went through some of this already, but yeah, so our attendance app allows a lot of detail. We, obviously everybody had some changes with our COVID year and what you needed to keep track of and how you needed to handle things and all of those. And Eleyo already allows you to, if you need to do contact tracing or any of that, you can get down to who attended when and where and get those lists immediately. And even from Eleyo, be able to hit one button to send a text message to say, we need, here's what's happened or whatever. But you can get any of that information out of Eleyo. But we also made it where you can do, again, those health checks and those temperature checks and have that information for your backup. So you can say that you've done all of that and be able to comply with some of those things too. Another thing that we offer that's a little different than even some of our vendors is we really kind of look to how to kind of make you successful and best practices of what we've seen through other places across the country. We feel like everybody can share knowledge, especially in this space, on how to do some things. We have a registration workbook that you can get access to today. Actually, you don't have to be a customer to get it. And it allows you really to set up your programs and really think through everything you need to think through to be able to offer that program so that you can offer the best programs that you can for your parents, and even how to do that in your world. So there's the everything from program setup to how to go live to how to communicate. All of that is in there. So there's some workshops, there's some team exercises, all of those kind of things. And you can go to our Eleyo website, and there is a blog in there that's called Illuminate. You can sign up for that blog today, and you don't have to be a customer, but you'll get access to all of these kind of things that we have, that we've just taken from around the country. So there's things that you can utilize that even without being a customer, you have access to.
Yeah, and those articles, they have a wide range of topics too. There's some marketing best practices of how to market your different programs, and just a lot of other great resources to continue to grow and see how other places around the country are utilizing the resources that they have.
Yeah, and you can see it down on this next sheet is the subscribe button. If you do that, you can subscribe to our Illuminate, and you'll get access to all of that. There are customers and even some non-customers with their own webinars that we help them host, but they lead on everything on how to, build a sustainable program, the marketing best practices, some staffing. There was some staffing blogs post recently on some of that. So there's a lot in there that others can utilize also. And I think that is really kind of the meat of at least what I had on the presentation. But do you guys have any other questions?
Well, I have one, I guess, Tina and Robbie, just so you know, I'm recently retired. I was in community ed for 44 years. I was a director of community ed for Novi Community School District. And, so I've seen a lot of programs. I've seen a lot. I've heard great things about Eleyo and what you're doing. My question is, have you ever talked about or looked at how, because in our program in Novi, just to give you a perspective, we also ran adult and alternative ed. So we have a student recording or a student record keeping software that we have to implement. And my whole thing has always been under the umbrella of community ed and what we offer, and that was childcare, before and after school care, enrichment, adult and alternative ed, is that I wanted to have one spot where I collected all the data. So all the participants and all their, everything in one, but there isn't one for adult ed, or it doesn't talk with each other. And I am not tech savvy, I'll tell you that. I'm old. So I just wondered, is there an opportunity, there's, for the student record keeping, we have different softwares like MyStar. And districts use different ones: MyStar, PowerSchool, School Dude. I don't know if you've heard of those, but
we have.
But they don't talk with each other. And are there ways to move in that direction where they can at least talk with each other?
There are, and we do actually talk to PowerSchool. We have an interface with PowerSchool. So
really?
We do. And so we can pull in certain information already, Bob, like their student information number, student information and certain things like that already. So it even allows some some sign-in capabilities to kind of know some things a little early, so you don't have to go through, keeping everything, but it'll update that information. And if people put some of that in Eleyo, it doesn't update PowerSchool, but PowerSchool will update Eleyo with that information. MyStar is a little different, and I know MyStar just because I've worked with Michigan districts for years and years and years, because that's an actual Michigan product. For their financial side, and sometimes that can be a little dated. So being able to get some of that information out, depending on what it is, you can, but a lot of those are a little harder for us to be able to just pull the information just because of how the system was built. But there are some even accounting systems and things like that. The part that we probably end with is you still have to be able to, for reporting, your student information system for a school district is the the hub of everything, but
Correct.
they actually can't provide all of the services like Eleyo could provide. You know, the software uniqueness within each of those programs is so, again, it's just so unique to those programs that that's why there's so many specialty little programs. But I do know that the ability to talk to those that's super important. So student information systems, we actually have a lot of interfaces to a lot of those, Skyward, PowerSchool, certain things like that. Finance systems, we do see some that want us to integrate to finance, but a lot of times your financial side, they want to kind of play with things and make sure things look good before getting it in. But our software does allow you to get everything out via a CSV file, which is typically all you will need to import into your finance. So if you want to get that out of Eleyo, look at it, make sure it's good, and import, you typically can do that from Eleyo also.
Okay.
And then if there's a different software being used for like facilities,
Yeah.
that's what a lot of Michigan districts are able to then utilize Eleyo for, because the facilities module will actually talk to the courses in childcare in the sense that if you're building out an enrichment class, let's say in a gym, and there's already a basketball practice going on that was put in, it's actually going to conflict check and let you know during the class creation that there's a conflict at that time, so that you can either build out a different location or maybe change the dates or times. So then that is another part of a module in Eleyo that districts will utilize in Michigan too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I know that Novi just switched over from MyStar to PowerSchool. So that's good to know that that can interact with each other. So,
Yeah, it can.
Good.
Yep. Are there any other questions?
I'm not seeing any on the chat.
Is Diane, I didn't get where you were from. I was going to look it up in just a little bit. I see it's on mute now, so I didn't know if she got it working or not. Maybe not.
Yeah, Robbie asked her a question. She didn't respond.
So maybe that's fine. That's fine. But I don't really have anything else. If there's no more questions, I mean, we can let you guys have some time back in your sessions.
All right.
Thank you. I'll give this information back in my district. Again, I'm not sure if it applies to our program, but it could apply to some of the other ones over in the Christian where they do the community education and childcare from. So
absolutely. Thank you so much for sticking with us.
Oh, thanks for presenting. We appreciate it. And
no
thanks
problem.
for sponsoring. Thank you for sponsoring McKay conference as well. So
no problem. We love Michigan.
I have a good friend that's community ed director in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Oh, well, there you go. They're one of ours also.
Yeah.
a long time user, as a matter of fact. We kind of started. Minnesota's where we started.
Yep. Great. Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We will see you guys later.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Good one, everybody. Bye.
Bye.